And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll try to run for it.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
They send him right out of the slot. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he is going to score. A pick-6 for the touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. He keeps it himself.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Slot receiver headed right. From the gun, Josh Allen. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick-6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but...
Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Right to the air is O'Connell. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They go play action. It's O'Connell. He's got it downfield. Myers the connection. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. Now Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, Allen. That one knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the 1st half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for Vegas. It's a gain of 34. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Zamir White. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Another run here with White. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Here's White. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Zamir White, touchdown Raiders. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this 1st half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he's got this one complete. It's Cooper working across the field. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the 1st play.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the 1st half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call. Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times, it looks like they've never practiced.
And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Robert Spillane.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend. But as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
She ate, she ate, she ate away. She ate, she ate, she ate.